What screams, "We are not going to last long" for couples? 1. I was at a party one time and there was a marriage counselor there that had been working for 20-something years in couples counseling. I asked her what the number one sign was that the couple wasn't going to make it. Without hesitating, she said, if one person shows contempt for the other's feelings, it's over. 2. When you start calculating how much you give and receive in a relationship. 3. Having a kid to fix their relationship. 4. If they have strongly conflicted plans for their future. Either means they'll break up eventually or one or both of them will end up in an unhappy compromise. 5. If all disagreements end in arguments. My partner and I disagree about a lot of stuff. But we can talk, discuss, and even sometimes agree with the other person's side. It'd be weird if you saw eye to eye on 100% of stuff too. 6. When he smashes her face in the cake at the wedding and she hates it. 7. Tattoos of each other's names. 8. Social media addiction. If the person constantly needs to show the world they are in a relationship and that they are just so happy together and then gets mad that the other doesn't post as much. Social media addiction ruins relationships. 9. If the relationship started by one of them cheating on their previous partner and then leaving them to be with this new person. I've witnessed 2 of these and both of them ended with, surprise, more cheating. Like, I don't know why you'd possibly think starting a relationship with someone who you already know isn't faithful would be a good idea. 10. Breaking up every few minutes and then back together again. 11. Lack of communication. Discussing every disagreement means screaming over each other, exploding, shutting off communications and/or running out of the room. So they won't be able to resolve anything in a constructive manner. 12. The way they speak to each other when they're not alone. I noticed this after my divorce and I started dating again. Because you speak to these new people with a lot of respect and kindness. Then we'd get around married couples and they'd say awful things to each other in nasty, snappy tones and it was jarring. Fast forward 10 years and all those couples I noticed doing that are divorced now. 13. I heard eye rolling is the most common sign of eventual relationship failure. It shows contempt, which is poison to any type of bond. 14. I always think of the bird theory. If one person says to the other, "Oh, look, a bird," and the other doesn't want to connect over the bird just looking at it and giving a, "Hey, thanks, that's a cool bird," the relationship is not going to go well. Basically, you have to be willing to make small everyday connections. I find this is true of a lot of relationships outside of just romantic ones as well.